Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yeah, you are good.
yeah, screen is also visible. Okay, so we are going to start with
Yes.
the drilling machine, but before that, we are going to do one more numerical. That is, so I'll request you all of you to write it down. In case of milling machine, the cutting speed is given by the same formula, that is V is equal to pi d n upon 1000, but the feed is expressed as millimeter per revolution or millimeter per teeth or millimeter per minute. Now the question is, you have to find out the machining time. You have to find out the machining time. Length to be machine. Length to be machine is 200 millimeter. Length to be machine is 200 millimeter. Diameter of the cutter is 30 mm. Cutter diameter is 30 mm. Feed rate is 0.1 millimeter per teeth, and there are 4 teeths in the cutter. So find out the machining time. I will write it in the chat box also. So F is equal to 0.1 millimeter per teeth. There are 4 teeths. Cutter diameter is 30 mm. Then length to be machined is 200. That is L is equal to 200. Cutting speed V is equal to 25 meters per minute. So find out the machining time to machine length of 200 millimeter. Just try. Hello. Yes, Sahil.
Excuse me, sir. Few
Yeah.
students, few students want to join.
Yeah, I admitted them.
Thank you, sir.
So now we are talking about milling operation. I thought since we are doing the numerical, I'll complete the numerical part so that again I don't have to touch for the numerical. Now we have seen that feed rate, this feed rate, what I have given here is expressed in terms of millimeter per revolution of the spindle. We have also seen that feed rate can be expressed as millimeter per minute also. Now here there is a twist in case of milling. Milling machine you have seen in workshop. In case of milling machine, the cutter is rotating. In case of lathe machine, the workpiece is rotating. That is job is rotating. I have given cutter diameter as 30 mm, and you must have seen there are teeth on the milling cutter. The number of teeth are given as 4 teeth, and here the feed rate is 0.1 millimeter per teeth, and by default it is per revolution. So I'll write feed rate as 0.1 millimeter per revolution per teeth. I hope it is clear. F is equal to 0.1 millimeter per revolution per teeth. Now V is equal to 25. So use the formula V is equal to pi d n upon 1000. So 25 is equal to pi into, you please write it down. So 25, we are using the formula V is equal to pi d n upon 1000. So 25 is equal to pi into diameter of the cutter is 30 into n divided by 1000. Now Sahil, can you tell me the value of n using this formula? Yes, Sahil, unmute yourself and tell me the formula. Tell me the value of n. Anybody else?
265.25.
265.25. Everybody got this? So using the formula 20, V is equal to pi d n upon 1000. So V is 25, that is equal to pi into diameter is 30. So n is equal to 265. Let us take it as 265. Round off to 265 revolutions per minute. Alright, now feed rate is given as 0.1 millimeter per revolution per teeth. Alright, so this, the meaning of this is the cutter or the tool will advance by a distance of 0.1 mm per teeth. So there are 4 teeth. So if you consider 4 teeth, the cutter will advance by how much distance? zero point 0.1 into 4. So that is 0.4 millimeter in one revolution. So if you multiply by number of teeth, you will get feed rate as 0.4 millimeter per revolution. Now how to get it in millimeter per minute? You already have calculated RPM. So that is 265. So 0.4 into 265. Can anybody help me? That will be the feed rate in millimeter per minute. So what will be the feed rate in millimeter per minute? So 0.4 into 265, that's all. How much it comes?
106.
106. So that is F is 106 millimeter per minute. All right. That means to travel 106 millimeter, it takes 1 minute. And how much we have to travel? How much we have to machine? 200. So how much time it will take? Approximately 2 minutes, isn't it? 200 divided by 106. So numericals are simple, not that difficult. So how much it is coming? Exactly 200 upon 106 is how much?
1.88.
Yeah, so 1.88 minute exactly. Good. If you have any doubt, you please ask me so that we'll go to the next topic, that is drilling machine.
So Adnan was to want to join the room. He's in the lobby.
Mm, I can't see him waiting. I cannot see him waiting. All right, I'll proceed. Hmm. So in drilling machine, we will learn what are the drilling operations as per the syllabus, what are the work and tool holding devices, how the drill is specified, what are the drilling machine types. Deep hole drilling is not actually in the syllabus. I'll just touch upon because it is important. Hmm. In the industry, you will see. So you don't have to prepare anything from examination point of view for deep hole drilling. Then boring and boring machine, that is there, and machining time numerical. Now machining time numerical for the drilling is same as lathe machine and is same as milling machine. Only the difference uh, in milling and in lathe is, in milling machine the feed is many times given or is expressed in terms of millimeter per revolution per teeth. That's all. That is the only difference. Otherwise all the numericals on lathe machine, on drilling machine, and on milling machine are same only. In drilling machine also same. Cutting speed is say 25 meters per minute. Instead of now diameter of the workpiece, here the drill is rotating, so the diameter of the drill will be given, maybe 20 mm drill, 15 mm drill. So if cutting speed is 25, so 25 is equal to pi d n upon 1000. So diameter of the drill you have to consider. Then feed rate will be given. If it is not given, then you have to assume at 0.2 millimeter per revolution. And then length of the hole to be drilled. Here in instead of length to be machine, here it will be length of the hole to be drilled. So that will be given. So you first find out the RPM, that is n. Then if the feed rate is given in millimeter per revolution, multiply it by RPM, that is say if the RPM is 100 and if the feed rate is 0.2, so 0.2 into 100, so that is how much, 20 millimeter per minute. And the length of the hole to be drilled, so if it is say 50 length of the hole to be drilled, then what will be the time for drilling? So 50 divided by 20, so that will be 2.5 minutes. So it's the same. So numericals will be only asked on lathe, then milling and drilling. Another type of numerical will be to find out the taper angle, and that also you have seen. So very simple, 4 to 5 marks. So, what are the different work holding devices that we use uh, on the drilling machines? So, these are the drill vise, T bolts, step block, V block, angle plate, and drill jigs. Drill jig, I will take some more time because this is important drill jig, and you have to also do one assignment on drill jig in your CAMD. In your CAMD, all right. Right.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yes.
Madhvendra wants to join in. Madhvendra and
Madhvendra.
Adnan.
I don't see them waiting. That is the problem. I don't see them waiting. See them waiting. I don't know how to admit now. They are not. I can't see them as waiting.
So they are constantly trying.
But problem is I can't see them as a waiting. So I don't know how to admit them. Even I have kept the admit option also on. The auto admit is on.
Alright, sir, because most of them are out. There are 17 people in out of 24.
17 people out of 24. Yes.
So most of them are waiting.
Mm, I'll just let me try now. Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So these are the devices which can be used on the drilling machine. This is called as the angle plate because it's in angle. Then this is a kind of a jig. Jig is used for guiding the drill, and this is a step block which is used for clamping the workpiece. These are called as the T bolts. T bolts. Why it is called the T bolts? Because it looks like a T. That's why it is called the T bolt. So bolt will always have a external threads. Bolt will always have a external threads. Fine. And this is what is your machine table. Inside this machine table, you have a groove. You have a groove, or it is called as the slot. So this is a T slot. So in which your bolt is sliding inside. So this arrangement is used for clamping the workpiece. You will see later on. The T bolts will look like this. T bolts will look like this. So it has a T at the end and a thread at other end. Now purpose of this s- rectangle kind of head is that it will not rotate. The bolt will not rotate inside the T which is cut in the machine table. Yeah. Somebody wants to ask. This is also used for clamping, a toggle type clamp. So T-bolts and clamps are used for clamping the workpieces. The diameter are usually 15 to 20 mm. The material of the clamp is mild steel. And here I have given the description that T-bolts pass through a central hole on the clamp. And these clamps are mounted on the workpiece. And then on that you have to fix up a nut so that now your workpiece will get clamped. To go a little fast, so you pay your attention and be on your mobile or laptop. See, this is how it is clamped. Now this is what is your workpiece is. This is your table in which you have a slot. In the slot we have put T bolt, and this is a clamp, a step type clamp. Now there is a support below the clamp. This support is called as the parallel block. So you have a parallel block kept on the table on which you have a step type clamp. Alright, and step type clamp is clamped with the help of a T bolt. This is called as the nut, hexagonal nut, and you have a washer below the hexagonal nut. The purpose of washer is to give a good or a perfect clamping to the workpiece.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Sir, in
Yes.
exam,
Yeah. Please.
sir, in exam, like what is,
Sorry.
sir, in exam, what will be the like weightage of,
In exam. In a
what will be the weightage for,
drilling machine.
no, sir, like theory and numerical, like what is the ratio? Like we will have only,
Numerical I told no. Numerical, the weightage will be 5 marks, 5 to 10 marks maximum. Minimum 5 marks, maximum 10 marks
and the rest will be theory.
weightage. Rest will be theory. So maximum 10 marks.
Okay, sir. Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Yes,
Yes.
thank you.
Yeah. Most welcome. Yeah. So this is how you are using your T blocks. Okay. Let me escape out. Sorry. This is the theory part about T block on clamps. See, this is how your workpiece is. clamp on the drilling machine. So these are the strap clamps, and then you have drilling operation being carried out. All right. I hope it is clear. This is another, you have these clamping devices available as a standard. So you can build up any height. So you have male and female kind of clamps here. So if the workpiece height is more, you have to take this up. If the workpiece height is less, then you have to take this piece down. So these are the two pieces. If you observe carefully, you will see these are the two pieces. One is this and other is this. So as per the height of the workpiece, you have to adjust this. And then once the height, see, you have to always remember. So this and this should be in one line. And once it is parallel or once it is in one line, then you have to put this clamp and then put washer and nut from the top. This is how a step block will look. Now, one step block can accommodate different heights of the workpiece. If the height of the workpiece is this much, then you use this tape. If it is this much from here to here, then you use this tape. So you have to put a strap clamp on this tape. Or if still height is more, then use this tape. Still, if the height is more, then again use this tape and put a clamp here. So this is the purpose of step step block. This is how a step block is used. So as per the height of the workpiece, these steps can be utilized. I hope it is clear. So this face and this face should match each other. They should be in line. Then only you will get good clamping. This is how a workpiece is clamped. Now this is a vice. Vice is clamped to the table, and on that your workpiece is clamped. Now here the different type of clamps are used. Teethed. This is also called as step clamps, but it has a teeth. So these teeth are useful in adjusting the heights. Earlier we used to use a parallel block. Now parallel block, what is the disadvantage? So if the thickness of the workpiece is 10 mm, then use 10 mm parallel block. If the thickness of the workpiece is 25 mm, then you have to use 25 mm parallel block. So you have to keep lot of inventory, number of parallel blocks, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, like that. So lot of inventory has to be kept. So now that is not required if you are using step blocks. If you are using step blocks, so one step block can replace, how many, see, 1 2 3, how many steps it has. Suppose if it has 10 steps, so one step block can replace almost 10 blocks. That's the beauty of step blocks. This is how it will look like. A step block will look like this. There is a provision of threaded hole also on the step block. So through this your T bolt will pass, on which you are clamping a nut. This is called as the U clamp. So these are the work holding devices. That is a short note kind of questions can be asked for 5 to 7 marks. What are the work holding devices which are used on the drilling machine? So you can say T bolt and clamps, drill press vise, step blocks, and drill. Most important is drill jig. So since this looks like a finger, it is called the finger clamp. This looks like a U, so it is called the U clamp. And this is a straight clamp. See the purpose of finger clamp. Now suppose you want to machine this surface on the top. If you want to machine this surface on the top on milling machine, I know I have not explained milling machine, but I presume that you know little bit about milling machine. So suppose if this entire top surface has to be machined on with the help of a cutter, then you cannot keep clamp on the top surface because it will obstruct the cutter. So then how to clamp? Then here you can clamp finger using finger clamp. Finger clamp can be inserted here in the slot. Now of course there should be a provision of the slot inside the workpiece so that you can make use of that slot and can be clamped. If there is no slot also, then you can ask design engineer that can I provide a slot here in order to clamp the workpiece. If he says again no, then you have no choice but to use the magnetic table. So on the magnetic table, then you have to keep this workpiece and then machine this. So that is an application of magnetic table or magnetic chuck. This is how your finger clamp is used. This is also called as the adjustable. I told you no, there is a threaded hole inside the clamp. So the purpose of threaded hole is to adjust the height. That is, you go on turning this, so this can move up and down. So fine adjustment can be done with the help of this bolt. And this is what is called as the adjustable step clamp. You know this. This is the most popular clamping device which is used on the drilling machine. This is called the plane wise. There are the two views given here. This can be called as a top view and this can be front view. So one jaw is fixed. This is a fixed jaw and another jaw is movable. S- So this moves because of this screw and there is a handle here. So once you rotate the handle, this movable jaw can slide in and out depending upon the width of the workpiece. And of course you have to keep the parallel block below the workpiece when you are doing the drilling. Hmm. Suppose if you don't keep the parallel block, the students make mistake. They directly keep this workpiece here. So what will happen when you are doing the drilling? The drill, when it is coming out of the workpiece, will hit this base of the vise, and the vise will get damaged or the drill will get damaged. Generally, the vise is hardened, so nothing goes wrong with the vise, but the drill breaks. So you should be careful. That's why you have to keep the parallel block. And again, you have to see the position of the parallel block. Like suppose if I want to drill this hole, then you have to see that parallel blocks are not exactly below this hole. Otherwise, again the parallel block will get damaged. Again, parallel block is hardened, so nothing goes wrong with the parallel block, but your drill will break. So you have to ensure that drill comes freely out. Huh? There is no no parallel block below the hole. In plane wise, there is no arrangement for tilting the workpiece. It can move only in one direction. So nobody uses plane wise. Generally, we use swell type of wise or tilting wise or universal wise. So plane wise is cheap, but its use is limited. This is the description of drill wise. If you want to write, if they ask for the short note for 4 marks, explain drill wise, then this will be useful for you. Everything will be asked from the notes only. See, this is how. This is what is your fixed jaw, and this is your movable jaw. With the help of this handle, this can be moved in and out depending upon the width of the workpiece. I think you are familiar with this. Uh, since you have been to machine shop in the first year, you are aware of this. This is called as the swell wise. Have a look on this swell wise. Swell means it can be rotated. It can be rotated. So you can see this. So now this vise can be rotated about this axis. So you don't have to every time you don't have to every time swell or rotate the workpiece. You simply rotate or swell the vise. So suppose the holes has to be done at an angles, at different angles, then this kind of vise is useful. This is your angle vise. Now the earlier one was about vertical axis, that is this. This can be swelled about vertical axis, that is z axis. Now this can be swelled about this, that is in this plane. Earlier was in xy plane, the last one, and this can be in xz plane, can be rotated in xz plane. See, there are three planes, xy, xz and yz. So now here, earlier was you can swell about xy, here it can be xz, and universal wise can be tilted in any direction, so in yz. Fine. So suppose again if you want to drill a hole in this plane, so that is also possible with the help of this vise. So it is always better that you go for universal vise. See, this is what I was talking about. This is the angle vise. So now you can tilt the workpiece at desired angle. This fine. Now see universal vise. See the beauty of universal vise. Now the workpiece can be located or can be swelled at any angle in any plane in three dimensional in xy plane. So this can be rotated in xy plane, then here it can be rotated in this, that is perpendicular to this, so that will be in yz, and again this can be. So if the hole is at any position or at any angle, with the help of universal vise, you can do the drilling. What is the principle of drilling? That drill axis is straight. Understand? No, drill is not going cross. Remember, drill is not going cross. Drill is vertical. Drill is vertical always. You are tilting the workpiece in such a way that the hole to be drilled come in line with the drill. The hole to be drilled come in line with the drill. So in tool room means where you do all precision work. This kind of vise is used commonly. This is how a universal vise will look. So you can draw this picture, simple picture. You don't have to show all the rotation, all the swelling, that you can describe in your text, text answer what you are writing. Now what is the how the V block is used? So this is a V block. This is a V block on which you have kept a round piece. Now round piece cannot be clamped directly on the table. Round piece cannot be clamped directly on the table because it may move. So round piece has to be kept or located in V block. So now the support is over here, one line of contact here and another line of contact here. All right. So something called the degree of freedom that you will learn slowly. So degree of freedom is arrested now with the help of the clamp from the top. So here there is a clamp. So now how many V blocks are there? There are two V blocks, one and second here. Hmm. So it is like a simply supported. That is the support is from both the sides, from here as well as from here, and clamping is here, so that you can do now drill or drilling on this free exposed area. this is how a V block will look like. This is a special kind of V block. This is a special kind of V block. There is a V created on the base plate and it is clamped here. So the purpose of V block is to hold the cylindrical pieces. Now the on drilling machine sometimes uh, what happens, the work is lighter. Huh? The work is lighter. So you can even hold, you might have seen also, you can even hold the component by hand and carry out the drilling. So as such, there is no need of clamping because drilling is very fast operation. All right. In 1 minute itself, all the drill holes, 4 holes, 5 holes can be drilled. Unless it is very big workpiece and the drill size is 2 inch or 3 inch, that is 75 mm, then only it will take time. And if the workpieces are heavy, then only you have to clamp it properly. Hmm. But if the workpieces are light, then you can even press it by thumb, or you can even apply your hand pressure, palm pressure to hold it. So with the help of a left hand, you just clamp it, just apply some pressure, and with the help of right hand, you do the drilling. You have to just ensure that the workpiece doesn't lift up. The forces are very less. So in case of drilling machine, the clamping doesn't matter much unless the workpiece are big. Unless the workpiece is big. So this diagram you have to learn like how the V block is used for clamping the workpiece. If you wish, you can draw one more view. Otherwise, even this one view is also sufficient. One view is also sufficient for 5 marks question.
Excuse me,
Yeah,
sir.
somebody is. Yeah, please. Yeah.
What is the material of the V block?
The material of the V block is generally EN24 or EN36. EN, that is a European standard. These are the European
Sir,
standard,
okay.
and V blocks are hardened. Yes, EN24 or EN36, and these are hardened and ground. EN stands for European standard, or the full form of EN is engineering steel. Engineering steel. There are different standards like EN, then ASTM, then
Yes, yes.
AISI, then BS and SAE. Different standard. Generally, EN standards are used most commonly and followed by AISI, followed by SAE. AISI stands for American Institute of Steel. AISI, American Institute of what? Anybody knows? AISI का full form? AISI, American Iron and Steel Institute. American Iron and Steel Institute. So AISI is most popular standard for like say AISI 1040. So you can go to that standard and you'll come to know all the chemical composition as well as all the properties, tensile strain, yield strain, all the properties you'll come to know. You
Okay,
can
sir.
also find out EN24 ka equivalent. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah, yeah. So this is how angle plate is used. Now this angle plate is kept on the table and to with the workpiece is clamped with the help of this nut and bolt. So again, I have also shown you the photographs and I also shown you the 2D diagrams. So photograph is for clear understanding and this 2D drawings for representation in your answer book. Because I know photographs and three-dimensional drawings are difficult to draw. And then description also. Now this is important drill jig from short note point of view, 4 to 5 marks question. So drill jigs are used for mass production. So this is the description and these are the different type of jigs. Now where to use the drill jig? Now suppose this is a workpiece and in which this is a workpiece and in which you have to do lot many holes, 1 2 3 4 5 6, fine, and like that there are 100 workpiece or 1000 workpiece. Then if you don't use drill jig, remember, then what you have to do, every time you have to take the workpiece, then apply a chalk or percussion glue, then you have to mark off the holes with the help of the vernier caliper, with the help of a punch, center punch with the help of a scales. Then you have to punch the holes. Then you have to center drill the holes and then drilling. So like this process you will have to do for each and every workpiece. So that consumes time. Yes, if it is one piece, then it is fine. So when it is in mass production, that time you have to use a device that is called the jig, drilling jig. So drilling jig may what happens? Say now this bottom portion, this one, this is your workpiece, and this is what is your jig is. So you have to just keep this jig or template on the workpiece. You have to locate this. There is a something called as the location. And you will come to know slowly. Location. So you have to locate your workpiece. On the workpiece, you have to keep this template or jig plate, and then simply the drill will be guided to the bush. There is a bush here which is not seen here. There is a bush inside the drill jig. So the drill will be passed through the bush and the drilling will happen. You don't have to do the marking. You don't have to use calipers, scales. You don't have to punch. You don't have to do the center drilling also. So directly drilling can be done. All right. Hmm. So these are the different type of jigs, out of which generally the box jig is most commonly used. Box type of jig. I'll show you also how a jig will look like. Hmm. See, this is what is your open type of jig is open. This is your workpiece. All right, workpiece. This entire thing is your jig. All right. Now the workpiece is clamped here, and this is your jig plate or the drill plate in which you have a hardened bush. Why you have hardened bush? Because this plate is soft. This plate is soft, and if you do drilling continuously, 10 pieces, 100 pieces, 1000 pieces, then this soft plate will get damaged. You have to go on replacing every 50 pieces. So that's why we have to use the hardened bush. So through which the drill is passing. Since this bush is hardened, it doesn't get damaged. huh? So you can do even 50,000, 100,000 pieces. So now your drill is passing through this bush, and then drilling can be done. Once the drilling is done, then you have to lift this drill plate. There is a provision for automatic removal of this drill plate, and there is also provision for SORF. SORF means chips removal. So you have a bigger hole here drilled inside this plate, which is not shown, through which the chips will flow down. This is a box type of jig. So I will request you all of you to study this properly. So how the mounting is. This is what is your workpiece is. How many holes are drilled here? How you have to also see in a jig you have to see how the mounting should be. That is how the workpiece is located. That is most important. Which reference is taken for workpiece location. Then what is the arrangement for chip removal, and then how to load and unload the component. Load, clamp and unload the component. Now here workpiece location. So how it is located? See, it is butt against this support. Alright, it is butt against these supports. So in one direction it is locked. Then it is also resting on this block, round locator as well as flat locator. Fine. Now this is a swinging type of plate. So it will swing around this hinge or rivet. So you have to remove this, you have to lift this plate in anti-clockwise direction. ऐसा lift करो. Okay, then you keep the component over here, and then again put this top plate here, and then clamp it. So that means now your workpiece is located and clamp, loaded and clamp. So through this you can do one drilling. It's a blind. Blind means what? It is not through and through. It is not through and through. Also, you can do two holes from here also. So moment this is done, then you have to turn this box type of jig through 90-degree and carry this drilling. So this particular jig is meant for drilling 3 holes. So these are the different type of drilling jigs. Only important jigs only you have to study. So this is not that important. This slide. This is a lift type of jig. This behaves like a lift. This behaves like a lift. That's why it is called the lift type of jig. And here it can be used for drilling two holes. This is what is called the bush, and bush is hardened. Bush is hardened. Channel jig. Why it is called channel jig? Because you must have seen the C channel. It is made out of C channel. That's why it is called as the channel jig. So this is the workpiece here. This whole thing is workpiece. Alright, and you have a bush here. Now workpiece is clamp like this. Workpiece is clamp. Huh? I have already uploaded this, so you can read this. Sandwich jig you can skip. So you have to only remember lift type of jig and channel jig, simple jig only, and box type of jig. That is sufficient. So you can skip this sandwich jig. If you want to study, you can study, but from examination point of view, it is not necessary. Then diameter jig. Diameter jig is very simple. It just uses V block. On V block, you have to just keep the round pieces. See, whenever there are round components, round work pieces, you have to go for V block. Remember, you have to go for V block. There is no other alternative. You cannot rest it on the flat surface. So this is what is your diameter jig. So easy to draw. So this is the fourth jig you can remember. Fourth jig. Fine. Simple. Now this is an angular jig. Remember, it has not hold in a vise. This is a kind of a jig. This is a kind of a jig which is called the angular jig, which is used for drilling hole at an angle. See, this is a workpiece. So the hole will be drilled at an angle. Hole will be drilled at an angle. So angular jig again is bit complicated. So you can skip that. Instead of, if you want to drill hole at an angle, then you can very well use angular wise, or you can use swell wise. So this angle plate jig also, from examination point of view, you can skip. If you want to study, you can study this pot jig. Again, from examination point of view, 4 jigs are more than enough. Box type jig, open type, lift type, and diameter jig. This is your turn hole drilling jig. Turn hole drilling jig means you have to turn the jig so that drilling can be done from different faces of the workpiece. What time is your next lecture, Rutika? Hello?
Sir,
Hello?
10.
10 o'clock. So shall we stop then here?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Have you received notification for the second lecture, or you have time?
We have the password is same for the meeting. So
Uh-huh. Acha, same password you are using, same
yeah,
link. Acha.
yes.
Which lecture it is now?
Maths.
Maths. Okay then, huh? So Sundari madam, no? Hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll continue next time. Thank you all of you. And
Thank you.
some 10 students they have submitted the assignment, first assignment out of 24. So 14 are pending. All right, Thank you. So if you wish, you can leave.